Haven't done one of these in a while. I think the last time was after I uploaded my squat depth article on squat depth. I don't do these very often because usually when I'm in the car, I go to the gym, the supermarket, or work, and then back from work, and I'm usually wearing my work clothes. It's got like the company logo and all that shit. I'm I'm discreet, I guess. I don't want to, not that I'm embarrassed, but it's nobody's really fucking business. But a little update on my back. It's so sunny outside. I'm not trailing off. I'm just trying to find a shady spot. That sounded wrong, as if I'm trying to buy drugs or something. But I'm gonna catch some shade because this isn't working. Okay, maybe we'll do it here. Maybe. Yeah, nothing changed. Okay. Anyway, I'll just drive and try and find a spot while I'm explaining to you guys what's up with my back, because I keep saying in the videos my back is fucked and my back is fucked. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, I have deterioration in 3 discs in my lumbar spine, L6, L5, and L4. They have lost, what do you call that liquid? I swear, I know the Greek word, I don't know the English word. Anyway, so they've kind of shrunk, right? I've lost a little height through the years. Obviously, I'm 43. I'm not 25 anymore. I've generally lost half an inch to possibly an inch. Like I'm 6'1" in shoes, and I used to be a genuine 6'1", like barefoot. I don't know if this is exaggeration. Could be from the weightlifting. Obviously, it's not like I stretch myself all the time, so it could be the weightlifting and the compression of my lumbar discs. It could be both. It could be, it's a bad combo anyway, right? Anyway, so I just went to the doctor straight from work. I haven't been sleeping much due to the back pain. That video, that 245 kilo video that I uploaded, I don't know, almost 3 weeks, nearly 3 weeks ago, is not too long ago. My back was not very good. I kept pushing it, like I haven't really taken a break. Since the contest, Tromara's Strength Challenge, I haven't stopped really. I rested the week after, which is, I did it for my nervous system, my exhaustion levels and recovery. But after that, I've been maxing out. Of course, I run the conjugate methods. I don't just max out on one exercise, but still, that doesn't mean that I'm resting or that I'm fresh. And with a very little sleep that I get daily, it catches up. Especially, like I said, at 43. I understand I'm not 60 or 70. But again, I'm not, like a young buck. So it's that age where if I'm careful enough, I'll be able to continue to lift and train and do the sport that I love so much. So I went to the doctor. It has been really, really bad. Like it hurts for me to sit in the car. It hurts. I don't know, you name. People. If somebody's watching that's got a bad back, like a slip disc. I don't have a slip disc, but I've had all the symptoms aside from like leg numbing or long-term leg numbing. I've had all the symptoms, like severe pain since 2015. I'm 9 years. I got 9 years since this happened, and in the last 2 weeks, nearly now 16 days or so, it's gotten a lot worse. I just cannot move at all. I've skipped lower body days, 2 lower body days, because I couldn't fucking move. I couldn't put my shoes on. I couldn't put my boxers on. I barely made it to work. I never said a word. I still went to work. It's, I didn't want, not for my ego, but I cannot miss work. I just can't. I cannot really afford it. I'm not adding drama, but I'm a working guy. I'm nobody fucking rich. Actually, I got one nice fucking shirt. My girl says, "Hey, wear the nice one if you're going to the doctor." I was wearing one of the gym shirts, and I swear it's got like gray spots here and yellow spots here. It was clean, but it was, not. It was freshly cleaned, but the shirt looked like crap. And I was wearing that one to the doctor's like, don't show up like that. I was like, fine. So I wore this one. That's the only nice shirt I have. So the doctor said, I don't know if my discs have, I don't know if it's subsided is a good word. If they're like shrunk even more, if it's like beginning to be bone on bone, because that's going to be fucking painful as well. And I do get those occasions if I bend too hard on the sides after a while and stuff, it gets very painful, but not all day long. Now, since the past 16, 17 days, it has been literally all day long. Like I cannot take a shit without struggling. I cannot get in and out of the car. And I do, in my job, I get in and out of the car fucking 20 times a day, easy, sometimes 30 times a day. Easy. I cannot walk up the stairs. I can, but it just hurts a lot, right? It's so uncomfortable to the point where it's fucking hot outside and I'm just sweating and in pain, and it's just incredibly uncomfortable for me to exist right now. Everything is uncomfortable. I cannot sit and eat. I cannot enjoy a movie, because we do enjoy watching movies. We like our movies. And it's very, I have to like put my hands and do like a tricep push down wherever I'm sitting at. Is it the sofa? Is it the bed? Is it a chair? Like anywhere I'm sitting, I need to support my body, because it's just very painful. And I thought, worst case scenario, if the doctor says, hey, you're still good, I might have to lose some weight and compete in the 275, because ultimately this is what it's about. Like, it's a given that I will be able to work with this pain. If the doctor said this is gonna be you for the rest of your life, I would probably have to stop squatting and deadlifting that heavy. Like, I'm trying to, do like a 405 Xerxes squat this year, which is happening if my back subsides. But, I'm just saying that if it doesn't, then the Xerxes squat is not happening. So I might just stick to glute work and hip thrusts, which also hurt, but it's not, like standing hip thrusts with the rope in the cable crossover. That's not going to damage my spine. It's just friction, it's painful, but it's not killing me. So if I'm just saying, if the doctor says, hey, you're fucked, because I had cortisone injections today, I had 4 in my back, and it was quite uncomfortable. I can't say it was too painful, nothing compared to my back pain, but it was a bit uncomfortable. I was like, oh shit, he's putting that shit in my body anyway. We're gonna wait for a week. If it hasn't subsided in a week, then I'm having I don't know what you call it, magnetic scan. I honestly don't know the English word. Apologies for it. But it's the one that goes into the deep tissue, the fascia and the connective tissue, and can see through, the whole thing, because it's deep. It's not just like your wrist, where you need like an x-ray. It needs to go deeper. I don't know the word for this one. So I hope, because I've never had cortisone before, and I'm actually pretty happy about it. About fucking time. I've had a few friends who are like working guys and technicians, and they're on their knees and they're standing on ladders all day long, and they got bad backs, so they've had the share of cortisone shots. So that was my first one. It took a long fucking time for me to finally do it, and I didn't ask for it either. He suggested. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. It wasn't a huge dose, because a heavy dose of cortisone will have to force me to like cut down on salt, especially. I'm not a doctor, I don't remember all that shit by heart, but probably on sugar as well, because they skyrocket when you're on cortisone. But don't quote me on that. I haven't really researched it. It's old school stuff. I've never had to take cortisone before. So hopefully it takes me back to my regular daily pain, because I can live with that and I can compete with that, and hopefully I can get PRs with that. What I cannot live with is the pain that I'm in right now. It's like cartoonish almost. It's very painful. So it is a lot better than the past 3-4 days. I have to admit that. Like, the first week was absolute fucking hell. I couldn't bend to the side. I couldn't twist my body. I couldn't do shit. And then I would have to like bite down at work, and I was just resting my hand on the table and at the desk in the office and all that shit. So it's been a hard 9 years. Worst case scenario, to whoever's watching, and I appreciate you, really do, I'm just gonna stick to benching and maybe seated overhead presses. If he says you're absolutely screwed, I cannot do like actual loading. I cannot load my spine anymore, which is gonna fucking suck, because I'm a squat and deadlift guy. Bench, I love the bench, but I adore the squat. I'm a squat fanatic. I love the bench too, but it's like a 9 out of 10. The squat is the 10 out of 10 for me in my book. The deadlift used to be my number 1. Then I got so many injuries, dude. Seriously, I've had like knee surgery, reattachment of my quad tendon and cartilage. Now I'm remembering my English, and I cannot remember my Greek. Meniscus. It's meniscus in English too. So I had to like vacuum the torn cartilage, and they cleaned up my knee. It was like an arthroscopic surgery. Nothing crazy, but the dude went in with micro camera and shit, and he said, hey, it was like a routine cleanup, and it turns out that your leg was fucked. And I remember that in 2011. When I woke up, the dog, he was a sports surgeon, orthopedist, whatever. And he literally said these words, quote unquote, "I'm sorry, Terry, you will never be able to squat again." And I had just started lifting. I started lifting in 2008. And in 2010, I was ready to be squatting like 100, 120, maybe 3 plates, but not to like freakish depth. I was doing okay, you know. So, you know, as if I didn't have enough problems already, I got this one now, and I don't know how long this video is. I'm using this 4K HD, whatever fucking cam. I don't know how long I've been talking. Fuck, that's 10 minutes. All right. I'm working on the second ebook, Conjugate Iron 2. It's gonna be about hypertrophy. It is almost over. I've given it all I had. I swear I probably need another 10 minutes to talk about that stuff. Neural adaptations, training adaptations, recovery. It's going to have like a 10-week program. It's got pages after pages after pages of compound exercise list, isolation exercises list, and it's got about 145 sample workouts, much like the first book. So it's incredibly detailed. It's got a lot of science in it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a sports scientist, but I'm an absolute geek. I love what I do. I consider myself a strength coach, and I demand from myself to be knowledgeable when it comes to the basic functions of the human body. And when you put a barbell on that fucking body, you better know what you're fucking doing. And I'm like anybody who comes to me for advice, I usually write programs. That's what I do online. If I do that online, it's usually programs, 10, 12 weeks, maybe 2-3 months, or feel like I'm taking care of some people online and stuff. The first thing is health, like coming back like full circle with my problems. So number one is health. I have a biomechanics online degree. I'm not a doctor, like I said. I am aiming to get a kinesiology degree, which it's not super expensive, but my expenses are fucking stupid right now. So I've been delaying it for like 2 years now. I've wanted it since 2022, but okay. I mean, I'm still reading a lot. So the new book is gonna be, somebody's unparking. So the new book is gonna be nearly 300 pages. It's got a lot of citations. It's got a ton of references from very knowledgeable people, sports scientists, biomechanists, and everybody else who's involved in the magnificent world of exercise and strength training, which is my passion. You can check the links in the description, find my articles, my link tree. You can buy my first book in the description as well. It's mostly about powerlifting, but it's got a ton of systems, and it explains like a lot of shit too. It's nearly 180 pages, the first one. And subscribe to the channel. We're nearing 900 subs. And thank you for watching.